Hi, this is Jill Schiaparelli. Welcome to HealthTech Talk Live. We're coming to you on iHeart Radio and being broadcast worldwide. We're here on the floor of the UBM Canon Medical Design and Manufacturing Conference. We're talking to all the innovators who are literally shaping healthcare for tomorrow. I have one of them here with me today. I'd like to introduce Andy Pfahnl. He's the GM and CTO of Devicix. Andy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about Devicix.
Devicix is an international product development company specifically focused on developing medical devices on a contract basis for companies around the world.
And what are some of the challenges your current customers are bringing to you and asking you to think about?
Mostly around adapting the product development and the designs to the changing healthcare.
Specifically, what's changing in healthcare that they're trying to address?
So obviously cost is one big, and related to that is how healthcare is moving into the home. So adopting medical devices for the new types of users, which now include patients instead of just clinicians.
Right, and that's a common theme we're hearing at this conference, spreading across all the people that interact with medical technologies.
And it's a real...
Now, I understand you were a featured speaker here at the UBM Canon Conference. You were speaking on the importance of biomaterial selection and 3D printing. 3D printing is another hot topic and clearly a buzzword here at this particular conference. Tell me a little bit about what's happening with 3D printing and what clinical applications you're seeing.
Sure, 3D printing has been around for a while, but what's really happening now is the technology for manufacturing devices using 3D printing has adapted to the requirements for the medical device industry. So now the adoption is really happening. The medical device industry requires a lot more process control around biocompatibility and cleanliness. And as the equipment is reaching that level of compatibility, the adoption is escalating quickly. And so now you're seeing it in a lot of clinical applications like orthopedics, actual implants now, both metal and plastic. So it's really exciting to see it being used in the most stringent applications.
So for the layman, 3D printing can use virtually any type of material. Like you just said metal as an option. I didn't know that.
Right, yep. So there's each material requires a different process, and so the machines are all adapted for specific processes, and that's also some of the proprietary technologies that are out there. But the materials are actually one of the key aspects of 3D printing and sometimes customized as well. So.
Wow. And does 3D printing help address some of the concerns you mentioned of your customers, either taking time out of the process or cost out of the process? Does it help address those?
Yes, in different ways. The 3D printing opens up the opportunity for customization, and then also there's potential clinical benefits in terms of reducing complications that are associated with long-term implants. So adapting it more specific for people hopefully makes them more optimized for those people instead of generic one size or a few size fits everybody.
It sounds so science fiction, and yet it's happening today.
Yes, yes.
If you look into your crystal ball as an expert in product development and biomaterials, what sorts of major innovations do you think we'll see with 3D printing in, say, the next 2 to 3 years?
The short term, I think, is going to be much more, again, proliferation of these processes for actual equipment now, so devices that are used in surgeries. And then long term, I think the real applications are going to be actually incorporating truly biomaterials, so living tissue. Those are still in the research phases, but people are having a lot of successes. And once you have successes, it just escalates exponentially.
I'm sure. So we all look forward to pushing a button and having a limb or an organ pop out in a few minutes.
Almost that way, yep.
So we're at the UBM Canon Medical Design and Manufacturing Conference. Tell me something that you think is important about these types of events.
I think the biggest thing is it brings together all the key manufacturers that have state-of-the-art processing technologies and that are important to engineers to be able to develop their devices. And the second thing is it brings these conferences and sessions together where people have an opportunity to share and discuss the topics that are out there that utilize all the suppliers and vendors that exhibit.
So bringing people together to drive innovation.
You cannot never avoid that. So.
Yeah. So Andy, if people want to get in touch with you or learn more about Devicix, is there a website address they can go to?
Yep, it's www.devicix.com, devicix.com.
Great, well I'd like to thank Andy Pfahnl, our guest today. He's the GM and CTO of Devicix. I'm Jill Schiaparelli. The program is HealthTech Talk Live, broadcast to you worldwide on iHeart Radio. I'd like to thank our sponsors, UBM Canon, here at the Medical Design and Manufacturing Conference in Philadelphia, and a special thanks to 1-800 Public Relations for their media and PR support. Have a great day.